Well, power bills, as we know, are already on the way up, but could they go even higher? The default market offer, which sets maximum electricity price increases for households and businesses in New South Wales, South East Queensland and South Australia, is expected to be released this week. The changes will come into effect on July 1. Joining me now live is Shadow Climate Change and Energy Minister Ted O'Brien. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. So how much do you think bills are going to rise?
Good morning, Danica. According to the Australian Energy Regulator, when they came out with the draft, they were saying up to a third on top of your current bill. So I think you're probably Sydney, New South Wales. You're talking, by their estimate, around about over $550 for the average household come July 1, on top of what they're currently paying. We know that the Albanese government came to power on a promise of reducing household power bills by $275. Since then, household bills have gone up by hundreds of dollars, and they're going to go up hundreds more come July 1.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot of money and it's not going to get any easier. We do know that the federal government announced some relief. Millions are going to receive this $500 relief package. It's an electricity bill credit, $650 for small businesses. Is that going to go far enough in your view?
It's barely going to touch the edges. And look, any relief, of course, is welcomed. But if you look at Middle Australia, who won't be getting any relief, they are copying it everywhere right now. It's higher prices, higher taxes, higher mortgages. No matter where they look, things are going up. Life is getting tougher. And there wasn't one single measure in the budget for Middle Australia that will make life easier. And when they see power bills go up even further, honestly, around that kitchen table, we have families right now who are making extraordinary decisions because either they can't pay the food, they can't pay for education, and we have a federal budget and the Albanese Labor government does nothing to assist Middle Australia. It's deeply concerning. I'm seeing it through my electorate, and I think every single MP, regardless of political stripe in this place, would be seeing it in theirs.
Chris Bowen did say, though, and talking about electricity prices here, that consumers would be paying even more if not for the caps on gas and coal. Has that not had an impact?
No, you see, I mean, Chris Bowen compares his bad policy with his other bad policy. What he had promised the Australian people was he had an answer to get power prices even lower. I mean, if you look at the Coalition's last term of government alone, we reduced power prices for households by 8%. Businesses 10%, industry 12%. Incomes Labor, promising they're going to get it down even further, and they've gone up and up. And now you're right, you've got the likes of Chris Bowen out there patting himself on the back, saying, oh, you know what, I had a really dumb policy at the beginning of the term. This one's a little bit less dumb. Either way, your power prices are going up.
All right, well, I mean, we'll await that decision from the energy regulator. Hopefully that announcement will be made this week. I want to ask you just quickly about The Voice. ASIO has confirmed that it's on the lookout for security threats ahead of that referendum. Are you worried that there could be violence?
Oh, Danica, I'm deeply concerned, and violence is never the answer. And I think every Australian would be concerned by the ASIO boss's sage advice. You know, we've been saying from the get-go that Prime Minister Albanese has been doing this the wrong way. He has not been providing detail about the referendum. Instead, he's deliberately aiming for an emotional campaign. Now, you do that, then guess what's going to happen? You will trigger emotions, and you don't know where that will lead. If it does go down that path, I'm telling you now, the Prime Minister has been warned, including by the boss of ASIO.
Do you think that this can be a calm and sensible debate? It's something that Linda Burney has called for. She was on Sky News last night. Do you think that this can be a smart debate from both sides of politics?
I want it to be. The Coalition wants it to be. This should be a respectful debate. But here is the problem, Danica. When the Prime Minister does not allow there to be detail for debate, he's making sure it's based on an emotional proposition. He calls it simple, as if the question is beautifully simple. I think the question is dangerously duplicitous. It's duplicity, not simplicity. And this is going to be the problem, because unless you give people the detail to have a respectful debate, then they're going to turn on the emotion. And I think it's a deliberate ploy on the part of the government to trigger emotion on this. And we all know what happens when emotions are triggered, and this is what concerns me the most.
All right,
this is looking to be a very divisive debate.
Well, there's no doubt debate will continue on this. Ted O'Brien, we need to go. Thank you for joining us.